Escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your host and game master, and I am joined by three stellar players. Zach Brass.
Hey!
Dom Brass.
What's going on?
And Nate Brass.
What's up, Internet?
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Scum and Villainy, a Forged in the Dark game published by Evil Hat Productions. You have now heard me say that 7 times, and I will continue saying it each and every episode until the season is done.
Woo!
And maybe even in some other seasons if that's what happens, but who knows?
I'm a big fan of Forged in the Dark games personally. It's one of my favorite styles of tabletop. I just think the rules are fun.
I think the rules are fun as well.
Yeah, no, I'm about it. I've been digging it.
I mean, I think it could use a 3-action economy, but, whatever.
I think we're all in agreement here. Guys, we are on episode 7, lucky number 7. 7, the number of soccer players that are on the field at any given time.
If they're 8.
Nope, it's 7.
That's not correct.
If they're children, that is sometimes true.
Yes, sometimes for children.
Jeez. All right.
My the teams I coached were 7 aside, and let me tell you, sometimes it was really hard for me to have 7 players to field.
What age did you
hilarious.
coach, Zach? What age players?
I did 2 years. The first year was the under 10s age range, was 8 to 10.
Okay.
That was rough.
Did it at all look like soccer was being played?
No. I'll tell you, there was a couple kids that were really good, but the real reason why it was so rough is that they gave me a team of 22 kids, and you only put 7 of them on the pitch at one time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I'm trying to babysit 22 kids with one other coach.
That's hilarious.
One other coach who was also 15, 16 when you were doing this?
No, I was 21 when I did this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was
I thought you did
military,
this in
right?
high school.
No, I did this I did this when I lived down south. The other coach was actually I was in the military, and the other coach was somebody that was much higher ranking than me, but they had never played soccer a day in their life. They didn't know any of the rules. However, this particular person, they really had it in them that they had to be in charge.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And so it was me trying to tell them what we should probably do for, the sake of the sport, and them basically ignoring me the whole time. So we won 2 games that season. Those were the 2 games where she couldn't show up.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And then the next season was the good season because we were totally undefeated. But that season I had 8 kids, and we again had to field 7. And there's always at least one kid missing every game.
That's funny.
All right, guys, we're missing the usual goalkeeper. You know what that means.
Oh, no.
Yeah, luckily these kids it was under 12, 12 to 10, so they were a little better at following directions. And I just had some, athletes in this team. 2 of my kids left one of the games just a little past halftime because they were on their way to go run a marathon. And I'm like, guys, you didn't have to come to the game if you're going to go run a marathon.
Wait, these were 10-year-olds that were going to run a marathon?
Literally 10-year-olds.
Their parents are cruel.
They were, quote, the fittest kids in the Air Force is what they were called. They won, they were award-winning.
I don't think kids are allowed to be in the Air Force.
I don't love that.
no.
That combination of words.
No, I know. It was crazy. But I'll tell you what, it was great for the soccer because they were the best.
No, guys, you don't understand. They were really good at soccer.
It was great being their coach. I'm sure as a concerned citizen, you might make some good points, but as a coach, man, let me tell you.
They were the best players on the team. They were my midfield too. They were siblings, an older brother and a younger sister. And I made them the two midfielders, and they just ran the whole game. Like, they controlled everything. They were like, yeah, we got this.
You played them in midfield before a marathon?
Well, no, I mean, I played them in midfield typically all the time. And I didn't know they were going to this marathon, by the way. Their mom came up to me at halftime and said, hey, we gotta go to this marathon. I'm like, why are you here? Like, but yeah, no, they were great. So good. So athletic. Like, fuck.
There you go.
So, you guys are telling me that there are 8 players on a field at any time?
No.
on a team?
I'm
closer.
telling you that 12-year-olds play with 7.
Right, what's normal?
11.
11 per side, including the keeper.
Guys, before I do my whole 1920s news introduction thing this week, let's actually touch base on a little bit of game before the game. It has been 3 episodes since we marked experience for your characters. We said we were going to do this every 3 to 4 episodes to sort of replicate the usual way this is done in Scum and Villainy, where you would do it at the end of each session. So real quick, like a whisper quick, who's marking experience?
I think we all are.
Yeah, we are totally all doing it.
Okay, why do you think you deserve experience?
I'll tell you right now, I got us into severe debt with somebody. So that wasn't great, struggling with my vices. The other thing is I definitely just encouraged our crazy racer to put everything on the line in a life or death race, essentially. That's what it's going to come out to be, let's be real here. Because I thought it would be really fun. And that seems like it just fits with my general beliefs of, pursuing your dreams and freedom.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I participated in my vices like a bunch, so I think I deserve a experience for that. Even though I didn't put us in massive debt or get us we're not being harassed by people or something. I still think, I did my best to overindulge. It just didn't work.
Okay, you may have experience.
Thanks, dude.
Cypher got 3 experience for struggling with their vice or traumas, expressing their beliefs and their background. Because I feel like in these last few episodes, Cypher has kind of expressed their beliefs of against your memory wipes, memory wipes, their kind of beliefs for pro-robot beliefs and kind of support. And they've just been doing whatever they can to get this crazy fun race happening and gambling all the time.
Okay, awesome. Experience. How about as a crew? Do you think you've earned any crew XP?
Well, we didn't execute a successful mission yet. Contend with challenges above our current station. I mean,
No.
we're in the process of it.
Yeah, but we're not there
potentially.
yet.
Bolster our crew's reputation or develop a new one. I mean, did we do that kind of,
I mean, we challenged a famous racer on the internet.
public
and,
race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a lot of people have
I would
used
say that totally counts. I mean, we have literal sponsors now, 2 of them, because we just told them both.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's
Well,
fair.
we're working on our second sponsorship, I think.
That's right. Yep. No,
start.
yeah, you're right. Express goals.
Drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I would argue
yes, because
for two of these.
the whole current job we're about to go on is basically just entirely our crew's own way of handling a situation.
All right, sounds good to me. Mark 2 crew XP. Nobody filled up their entire XP bar?
Not yet.
Haha, no level ups for you.
Next session.
With that, let's get started. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. I'm all about that. That's the idea.
Welcome to the Procyon sector! Crash, Cypher, and Gorpheus, the three intrepid bounty hunters, find themselves in quite the legal pickle. Cypher has been served with a cease and desist for using the title of greatest pilot in the galaxy by their rival, Choss. Naturally, our crew decided that the best course of action was to challenge Choss to a race, but in order to do so, they need resources. Seeking out sponsorships, they met with Conclave 01, who seek to use the race to prove a political point about Urba equality. Now, they meet with Bobby O and his gang, the Wreckers, who, like our heroes, have a grudge against Choss and want to use the race for less egalitarian purposes. Peace, chaos, and of course, creds all hang in the choices of the crew of the Phoenix 13. Teen.
Well, crew, I think the only responsible thing for us to do is to take both sponsorships. We're going to need all that cash. I mean, you're up against the greatest racer in the galaxy other than yourself, and he's definitely got more money.
You are saying this all in a meeting with Bobby O and the Wreckers?
Oh no, this was me right before we walked in. That's right, we just met him.
Yeah, we just met him.
You are on the planet of Baftoma, also called the Husk, for just how dried up and all of its resources are extracted, and it's just a wasteland. It's one biome, because all these planets have just a singular biome, is just waste. Rocks and dust and dirt just blowing around, creating like dust storms, but not even fun dune dust storms. There's no sandworms. It's just rock. It is just a desecrated rock floating through space. And that is the planet you find yourselves on as you've walked into this strange, like, metal hut that is just kind of jutting out from the planet's surface, where you have seen these three strange individuals. One, Bobby O, who sent you the video message offering you an opportunity with this race against Choss, and then also a big muscled, grimy woman that Bobby O introduces you to as Meshkalarn, and a one-armed chicken-like Xeno named Cord. And that is of course Cord with a Q, by the way. And these three that walk in, they're dirty, they're grimy, they're like slick. They've got this really weird vibe that is like greaser mixed with ska, with, you know, rockabilly, and it's, you know, this really raucous atmosphere as you walk in. And Bobby O, as you walk in, rushes over to embrace you, welcome you to the Wreckers' secret lair, this makeshift base that they're in. And he says, "Oh, I am so happy to see you guys. Oh my God. Oh, we are gonna have fun together. Please come on and make yourself at home and let's talk business, baby."
Hello, sir. It is I, Cypher, the Racer, these are my associates. Do you have any oil?
And I'm Crash Jordan, the leader of this crew.
This is my manager.
I'm Gorface. I'm the pit assistant. I don't know what do I do, Cypher?
You're my bodyguard.
Ah, I'm his bodyguard. I like that.
Deadliest man in the universe, this one.
Yes,
Once killed 3 men with a pinky finger. Not his own.
We are currently working on the trademark on that one.
Okay, no, I don't want to trademark that. I'm not comfortable talking about that.
Deadliest man in the universe? Trademarked? Come on.
I mean obviously it's fine.
Every time you kill someone, you just yell that out.
Oh my god.
People get a few pictures. It would be good for branding.
You know, I swear this one time I saw him kill a man just by looking at him.
I like your vibes. Come on in, folks, and let's talk a little shop. I saw that. Oh, Cypher, you beautiful chrome bastard. I saw your video. I saw your challenge to that prick Choss. And oh, it just made me want to dance. And he's like shimmying around as the other two, the large woman and the chicken-like Xeno, are patting him on the back and clanging their bottles together. Their bottles of just like the cheapest swill that they sell in the galaxy.
Yeah, I think I like these guys. Give me one of those bottles.
The one-armed chicken Xeno just goes "Bakak!" and tosses you a bottle of murky orange colored liquid.
Nice.
And Bobby O says, "Tell me, Cypher. Tell me what you know about Choss."
He was my hero. I love to see the way he rode through the galaxy. It was a thing of beauty. But, as they say, never meet your heroes. He's not a big fan of the robots.
Yeah, you got that right. Choss isn't a fan of robots. But let me let you into a little secret, Cypher. That man's no hero. Is he, Cord? Bakak? Nope, not a hero.
You have a story with Choss?
Oh, do we? You see, Choss, he'll never tell you this. He'll never tell anybody this. I guess he's embarrassed, says the large woman. Yeah, I guess he's maybe a little embarrassed of his history. See, Choss used to run with us here on Baftoma. Used to be one of the wreckers, till he got a little too big for his britches. Thought he deserved more than this hunk of junk on this wasteland wasteoid planet. He thought he deserved more than what we had to offer. And so he found himself a crew, the Echo Wave Riders, who thought they could give him a better life than he had with us. And so he hops up on the first ship to Nightfall, and what do you know? He takes a crate of our goods, our materials, our parts to repair our ship, and brings them with him, gives them to the Echo Wave Riders, and leaves us here on Baftoma with nothing. Bah, less than nothing. Thank you, Cord.
So you have a history, it seems. That could be good for us. What is it you are planning?
What are we planning? Good, fair question, Cypher. What we're planning is what we're always planning here with the Wreckers. Planning a little fun. Planning a little chaos. Planning to stir the pot a little bit. And if we can have our fun that way, well, at the expense of some people we don't particularly like, well, that's the best kind of fun for us. That's the kind of fun that maybe we're willing to pay a little bit to some new friends to help us accomplish that.
I mean, you guys seem like super outstanding and upfront gentlemen. I feel like,
I'm a lady.
this is... Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, like, I meant more... I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry.
How did you mean it, Orpheus? That was kind of messed up.
Okay, I just kind of meant it
You
like...
can only be a sophisticated person if you're a man.
No, I kind of...
Don't just excuse our powerful yet sometimes inconsiderate friend over here. He
Oh.
is an absolute master with a blade, but sometimes not with his tongue, so to speak.
Meshkalarn, she takes an oily, greased up socket wrench up from the ground, and she just starts to wipe it down as she stares at you, Gorpheus.
I stare.
No. Everybody relax,
We are
Bobbio
all
says.
friends here.
Exactly. We're all friends. New friends who just wanna get to know each other, right? Get to causing a little trouble, making a little cred. What do you say, folks?
Well, you had me at the word cred.
Ah, a man after my own heart. And he puts his arm around you, Crash.
So, do we have a plan?
Well, win the race, right?
Well, here was the thing. I was hoping that we could do a little more to bring down Joss. If we planned a little heist during the race.
Oh, a heist! Oh my gosh, you're talking my language, baby.
Wait, a little what?
To just rummage his supplies a little bit. After all, he did steal from our good friends here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Does he have something we want to steal? I mean, I'm sure he's got fancy things, but do we have like...
Well, he's rich, wealthy, famous race car, or racer, so...
Get on to his ship. Maybe we could hack into his systems and release some information that he does not want released. Maybe get him in our pocket.
Or what if we took the ship?
Well, maybe we don't blackmail him, right? Like, do we want that?
I want to ruin him, Orpheus.
Is that what we want to do?
Yes!
Do we maybe just want to...
This man came at me with a paper. This is a war.
But, and I know it's crazy, but just what if you just embraced the light of the new way, rode your heart out, and proved to yourself and to the entire universe that you are the greatest racer? Isn't that the real victory here?
I have to agree with Gorpheus to a degree here.
I don't really believe in Zue, as Zue has not deemed it fit to grace a Urbot with its presence yet. I think it's a load of crap.
But there always has to be a first, Cypher. You could be that one.
I don't know, maybe, or it's all a load of crap, and it's just your species have magic powers.
No. I'm not like the other species. There's tons of people got crazy magic powers.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's not magic, really. It's the way. But, like, I'm trying to go for a brand deal with the new way.
So what do you say, Bobby O?
Okay. Cool.
Oh, good. I'm glad we all just agreed to ignore that hippie bullshit. And he like nudges Gorpheus in the third arm. I'm just playing big guy. I like the way you think, Cypher. And in fact, I was, the gang and me, maybe thinking something a little similar. I'm glad to hear we're on the same page. You see, I'm a bit of a wizard with the old galactic web. I'm a hacker. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm a hacker. I'm a really good hacker.
Oh, that's perfect for us. These two are terrible at it. I was really worried. I was like, oh, what if we do a hacking mission while I'm racing? And then I was like, wait, these two in front of a computer? Never.
Hey, I managed to do the order just fine last time.
And I know some like-minded, skilled individuals on Nightfall. Some who might be able to help us out with a little job. See, I'm thinking I can use my skills as a hacker to really make this thing blow up, turn it to get ads popping up on every site in the galaxy, to the point where this race is going to become the biggest event of the season. You follow? Everyone's going to be watching.
Oh, are we gonna go viral?
Beyond viral, Gorpheus.
What? What does that even mean, Captain Crash?
Straight up pandemic infection viral is what I'm talking here.
That is crazy. This guy's too much, man. I can't even.
And if we get half the sector's eyes on this race, well, that means there's half as many eyes out there to watch the rest of us when we try to break in to the Echo Wave Rider's secret hangar on Nightfall.
The Echo Wave Rider's secret hangar? Do you know where it is?
Not quite, but I've got a lead. You see, I've got a friend, a colleague, we'll call her, on Nightfall. Her name's Saren Gallia. And she's a data broker and a bookie, if maybe you're looking to bet on yourself here in more ways than one, right? And but she knows anything that's worth knowing on Nightfall. And I am positive, poking you firmly in the chest, Crash, positive that she knows where the Wave Riders store their sweetest, sickest rides. We find that place, we find that hangar, we walk in, we smash it all up to smithereens and take whatever's worth taking, anything we can carry. Oh, and it's gonna be a payday like you've never seen.
I mean, I don't see how this could go wrong, so I don't know. Everyone's professional here.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself having one of those classic Wave Rider speeders that they always have, you know.
Yeah, and really, we're doing the right thing, right? Because Joss, he's a bad guy. He attacked Cypher with a paper.
They're practically villains. I mean, this is almost like heroism, if you think about it.
I think so. That's what I was going with this, you know? Like,
There are no crimes at wartime.
Yes. Well, there are war crimes.
yeah,
but...
there are war crimes and other things, but yeah, I mean...
Those are for babies who are not ready.
Gorpheus stares into the distance as he says that.
A real soldier knows what needs to be done.
I have so much respect for you. I just keep hearing their screams.
Cypher, as Bobbio extends his hand out to you to make a deal, it goes in like slow motion as we cut back, flashback. Yeah, I'm calling a flashback as the GM.
What? I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know that I can, but I'm doing it. To your conversation with the hologram of the Prime, who was so proud of you for trying to win an honest race against Choss, to prove that Urbots were capable of being the greatest pilot in the galaxy, that you could earn respect and honor and dignity for your people.
But he could do both, right?
Can you? Does Cypher think that they can? Can you please both the Wreckers who seek chaos and Conclave 01 who seek respect?
Mr. Bobby O, I would love if I could speak with my associates for a moment.
Oh, this is good, Bobbio. That means he's really happy about this.
If we could just have like have the room for a moment.
We enter a huddle and whisper, like in the cartoons.
Yeah, you can have that corner over there.
That's great. That one smells like slightly cleaner pee.
Yeah, we cleaned that corner 3 weeks ago, so pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad, actually.
Better than I was expecting.
Honestly, I'm a little impressed. I'm not even sure if we've cleaned our ship in the past 3 weeks.
I do. When you sleep.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I only charge for like 2 hours, so.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Captain, I'm admitting things that I do while you guys sleep because of my charging.
Okay, I don't like where this is going.
I was awake when you came back after your excursion on the last planet. I witnessed you very drunk, crying, going on and on about how you owed so much money. So I just want you to know we are here for you, Captain. No need to worry. We will make tons of money on this race, so if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here for you.
Well, of course I always appreciate that, Cypher, and that's why I keep you around. So anyway, the way I see this is it's like an episode of a sitcom where the guy goes on a date with 2 different girls at once.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Do you think I could race for the Urbots and then you guys could like do the heist with Bobby without them knowing? Maybe? Like I'll win the race fair and square. I will prove that I am the best racer, but also, maybe you guys can do a little...
Cypher, I would have it no other way. You need to prove that you are the greatest racer in the universe.
So we're saying no to Bobby as a sponsor, but we are willing to work with them in other capacities.
Precisely. We'll tell them that we have a different name sponsor, but we'll do the heist with them to fuck over his partner. That way, it'll make it all less suspicious.
We don't want Joss going directly after them.
Oh, yeah, no, it probably does make sense.
Yeah, it would be pretty obvious if you were riding around in a speeder or whatever you're having this race in. I'm not sure. If you were riding around in one of those and you had like their logo or whatever, maybe it was a little beat up and covered in oil and smelled a little bit like beer. It'd be kind of obvious it came from them,
I love it. What are your thoughts, Gorpheus?
Well, Yeah, no, I mean, that basically makes sense. I kind of thought that was the plan, so. I mean, I didn't know, like, I guess let's talk to him about the sponsor thing, because that's kind of the big, consideration there. Is he not cool with that? I mean, I agree with you guys. It seems like a bad idea.
Even ask the wreckers.
All right, Bobbio, we've got a proposition for you.
Bobbio is listening.
Oh, I like that third person thing. Cypher should start doing that.
You see, we've been approached by another potential sponsor, and what we thought is that maybe, for the sake of the heist that we're going to pull, we use them as the primary sponsor, the name, because it might be a little obvious if we're rolling around with your name on our, on our vehicle of whatever kind. It's still undecided what we're racing in. I really don't know the rules,
I can race anything.
So we're thinking we'll set up this race with this other sponsor, get all the eyes on it that we can, and then with you, we'll team up and pull this heist. And that way nobody will even know you guys are involved, which probably, for the best, because he'll definitely come for you,
Bobbio, Meshkalarn, and Cord sort of glance over at each other for a moment. And Bobbio says, I think we're going to need a huddle real quick over here in this corner that we cleaned 2.5 months ago. That's our second cleanest corner.
Oh my god.
You do what you gotta do, guys. We'll be right here, waiting in the spot in the middle.
Should we re-huddle while they huddle? Would it be weird?
No, that's in bad form.
Garfius, I was going to say, I think that Meshkalarn might have a thing for you.
Oh.
She was eyeing you up.
No, I think she wanted to kill me, didn't she?
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between hatred and love.
I know that all too well.
All I know is she was staring at you the whole time, and I cannot tell anything about your human emotions from your eyes. But she was staring a lot, which I take as good.
I usually take that as they think I'm a hideous freak, but I like your take better.
High five.
The new way, baby.
The new way. Let's go.
All right. The wreckers have reconvened, and we like your deal. Let's put this other sponsor's name on the race. Wear their jacket, put their decals on your bike, whatever you want to do. The only stipulation we ask. Cord, the chickens, steps up. Squawk! The only thing we want is that Choss knows we're the ones who are responsible for his embarrassing loss. And all three.
Well, I will be responsible for the loss because I will beat him.
Right, but Squawk, but we're the ones who are helping you.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do that. That seems fine.
We just want a little bit of credit for his downfall.
You guys will hack into his system and ruin his public persona.
Yeah, make sure he knows that.
That will be you guys. You guys have a symbol we could put on the...
No, I have the best idea ever. What if, after you beat him in the race and they make you shake hands or whatever, you lean over and you say, Bobby sends his regards.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You like that? You like that?
I think it's okay.
The wreckers send their regards?
We're gonna need another huddle real quick. And they get back in the second cleanest corner and huddle up for a minute before it says, okay, we want you to tell him that the Wreckers, aka Bobby O, Meshkalarn, and Cord, send their regards.
Great. I will have it written down, and I will say it directly after Zure starting the handshake.
Right in his ear. Like in a spy movie or something.
Alright, and you said that was Bobby O, then Meshkalarn, then Cord?
That's right.
Alright.
Well, wait, since we're telling, Chow's things, can I be in there too? You say, and Gorpheus.
No, you're not one of the wreckers.
Oh, okay. I just thought it'd be...
Orpheus, you're going to be on the same ship as the greatest pilot in the galaxy. Is that not enough for you?
Meshkalarn takes a step forward, sort of twisting her hands over that socket wrench, and she says, you can include Gorpheus. That's okay.
Yes! Let's go!
Alright, do you guys want Gorpheus at the end or after Meshkalarn?
I could go after...
The Wreckers, aka Bobby O, Meshkalarn, and Cord, send their regards, also Gorpheus.
Yeah, I like that. Or you could say featuring Gorpheus.
Ooh, featuring is good. Featuring Gorpheus.
Oh, can I also do like a solo track?
Well, you're not going to be there to do the solo track.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Wait, can we postpone the race so I can record a solo track and you can play it and see if it'll give me a sponsorship?
Yeah, I could play it on my chest screen.
That depends, Gorpheus, as Bobby O lowers his sunglasses. Can you play the saxophone?
No, I can't.
Really? I always pegged you as a sax guy.
Well, what do you play? You know, the saxophone is the sexiest instrument.
No, I learned the harmonica.
Oh. That's not very sexy, Gorpheus.
Well, that definitely tracks.
Yeah, it doesn't feel sexy when I play it, but...
I really like the harmonica.
Oh, really?
No one asked you, Meshkalarn.
Oh, I thought it was nice. No, thanks.
Don't stop it now. Stop flirting during negotiations, Gorpheus. It's a bad look for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cypher. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Honestly, keep it up, my man. I appreciate it. Somebody's got to do it.
I'm getting conflicting signals.
I wink at you. You got this, bro.
Gorpheus is just so confused.
Don't listen to the robot. He doesn't get it.
I have sex with a USB stick.
Gross, dude. Gross. Come on. I can't believe you would admit that on a podcast. You sick fuck.
For robots, porn is sex.
Well, it's more about what's on the USB stick, if you know what I mean.
Wait, what is on a USB stick? Wait.
My children.
What?
When an Urbot loves another Urbot.
Okay, I'm good, guys. I'm good. I want to exit this conversation. It was great. And I'm proud of everyone for participating.
Back to business. So, I think we've come to an agreement. We'll go do this other sponsorship. We'll definitely do this heist with you. So, you guys should definitely take our contact information. Although, here's the thing. We don't have... What's that drive called?
Nexus Link.
So, here's the thing. We don't have a Nexus link, so we're only going to be able to contact you when you're within the planet's range. You do have a ship, right?
That's a complicated question, Crash. Simple answer is we're working on it.
So are you going to have a ship by the time, or do we need to drive you around? Because there's not a lot of room on our ship. It's well, you know, it's more of a 3-man operation.
Look, I think I feel pretty good saying that you'll find room for one more. I make a real good house guest, I promise you. And then once we get to nightfall, I'll get in touch with my contact there, Saren, and, well, we'll put the plan together. It'll be worth your while, I promise you.
No, we definitely have room for one more because, I mean, at worst, you could sleep in the brig.
That's true.
Bobby-O has slept in worse places. Sounds good to me.
I believe it.
Crash just looks around the room and is like, oh, yeah. I promise you it has 4 walls and a roof. Even a floor, he says, looking down at the floor that I assume partially is caved in somewhere.
Yeah, so as Bobby-O gathers his things to join you on the trip to Nightfall, he puts a hand on Meshkalarn's shoulder. You're in charge, Mesh. Keep Cord in line. We know he likes to get a little wild when Daddy's away. And the one-armed chicken Xeno is already cracking open like 7 more bottles of that drink.
It's like, that's a hoot. Are you sure you got some cord instead?
Bobby-O like cracks his knuckles. You're gonna need my technical wizardry if we want a chance of pulling this off, Cypher. Trust me.
All right, well, anyway, back to the ship. Let's get this rolling, baby. We need to get ready for this race.
And so Bobby-O gets on board the Phoenix 13 with you. Meshkalarn and Cord are like waving their handkerchiefs as the Phoenix 13 pulls out of the atmosphere of Baftoma. And you begin heading towards the system jump gate. And as you travel across the Rin sector, you arrive at the gate, it activates, you go into hyperdrive, woo! Takes you all the way to the Iota system, which you then cross to get to the next gate, which you go woo across back into the Breck system, the same system that Akiti is in, that you did your last job on, and where your crew has a little bit of heat. But you're not headed back to Akiti. Instead, Cypher, you begin descending onto the metropolitan planet of Nightfall, a planet of nearly entirely covered in cityscape of flashing neon lights and pulsing nightclub music that fills the atmosphere. This planet called Nightfall because there are 13 moons that orbit around this planet that nearly always eclipse the sun for at least a portion of the day. So there is constantly going in and out of night and day on this planet.
I feel like we get off of the ship. Crash immediately turns in a different direction of the crew, and Cypher just grabs him by the shoulder and keeps him going with us.
Yeah, and you start walking through the streets of this planet, of the capital city of this planet, the city of Yam. I'm sorry, it is Yaw. It is Yaw. Y-A-W.
I hear they have a really, really wonderful cuisine around here. I definitely know what it is, and it's probably like a cheesesteak type thing, you know? That's what I'm picturing.
I was not. I thought it was like squids or something.
Space cheesesteak with purple mushrooms on it.
Okay, I did think purple, so.
I've heard that these are the best damn space cheesesteaks you could ever eat. They're made from space cows.
Right? I thought you were going to come with like a crazy twist. It's just like, nope, they're made from space cows. It's like, oh, that just sounds like a very normal space cheese.
Would you like some space cows and get this purple mushrooms
It's like,
on a regular sandwich roll? It's crazy.
Oh, look over there. It's a space Wawa.
Look, nobody does space cheesesteaks like y'all. So,
Look over there. That space cow's doing the moonwalk.
well, you know what they say when pigs fly. The space
No,
pig.
dude, it's cows, man. I'm
Something
sorry.
about a cow going over the moon?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, let's get cheesesteaks. Fuck it, I don't know.
After a quick cheesesteak montage,
Yes, so
during which we try every cheesesteak in the city.
It just slowly starts escalating. You know, we start spilling stuff. There's an incident, but it's like, it's fine. Then we're eating too many cheesesteaks.
Gorpheus almost gets into a fight by accident because of a miscommunication.
Cypher's malfunctioning from all the cheesesteaks he's eaten.
Are you sure you're supposed to eat this many? Aren't you an Urba?
I'm not supposed to eat anything, Captain.
Look at you, Cypher. You're living the new way. A new way of life. What is life?
I don't know, but I hear if you eat enough of those purple mushrooms, the universe tells you.
Yeah, honestly, they're pretty good. Kind of sweet. Tangy.
You know what, Garfies? I want to try some of your drugs sometimes.
I'll tell you folks what, you sure know how to party. Ha ha! Bobby O pops his checkered print collar.
Just a very normal hangout day. We're just going around. We got some cheesesteaks. Had like a beer. He's like, yeah, sick party, guys. I don't ever get to drink regular beer, so this is sick.
Oh man, it tastes so clean.
This is the first day I haven't taken a dirt bath in years.
Oh, no.
This planet has running water. I'll tell you, that's
This food is
pretty
all
cool.
edible.
100%? You mean it? Bobby's first time in a cheesesteak place, like, what? So which parts do I eat around?
Wait, you can eat the whole thing?
No rocks or asbestos in this, I swear.
Bobby O has just gone fully feral.
Wow, I really think like we're doing a good thing, guys. This feels good.
It's kind of like, one of those make a dream things, except this guy's a criminal and we're just taking him out to eat.
I don't know. I think this is beautiful. But yeah, you're right, Cypher. Let's go do the criminal thing.
You know the one bad thing about this planet? All this music, all this thumping bass and danceable tunes. How are we supposed to play trumpet with this? This isn't space ska.
I'm more of a saxophone man.
I think it's okay. It doesn't always have to be space ska.
Well, I do understand the merit. I'm more of a jazz man myself, Space jazz, of course.
Because regular jazz is stupid. But space
Well, it's
jazz,
just not quite as intricate,
yeah, it's antiquated.
Yeah, they really mastered it out in space.
How am I supposed to skank to this?
No. Oh, all right. So this friend of yours.
Right, yes. And he pulls out like a little communicator. She sent me her coordinates. You have to be some cool cats, I'm telling you, because Saren spooks easy. But I'll vouch for you.
I mean, tell me that we're not the coolest cats you've ever met.
Oh yeah, don't worry, Bobby O. We're groovy cats.
Cypher presses a button on their head that makes their, blinders go, shaded, like they're wearing shades now.
We just ate 15 cheesesteaks together. That's a bonding experience, my man.
We're brothers now.
Yeah, I was literally about to say we're brothers now.
Bobby O does the Predator handshake with you.
You know what, Bobbio? I gotta say, I've held a man during his dying breath, and I feel closer to you than I ever did to him.
Did not think things were gonna get this emotional with Bobby O.
You know, I think Bobbio has a lot to offer the crew.
He really fits the crew. I mean, honestly, we might recruit him.
Honestly,
He's a backup character.
it's kind of like a dark reflection. I do want to save him.
I mean, pull back the curtain a little bit. Basically, every NPC I've used has come more or less straight from the book. Bobby O, a named character in this setting, and I've just been rolling with it.
Let me tell you.
sense.
We like him.
Yeah, well, it's just so obvious that they're a crew of miserable scoundrels just like us, and I really just, I want to see their growth as characters.
I want to eventually betray Bobby O so he becomes the big bad.
Oh my god.
What? We're just like, we love Bobby O. It's like, yeah, I kind of want to betray him and ruin his life and make him hate me forever, because I think that would be great storytelling, okay?
I want him to become my new rival after Chauce.
Bobby O pulls you into a little dive bar in the pulsing city of Yaw on the planet of Nightfall, and he scans the crowd here, and he says, there we go. And he confidently leads you across the room to a dark corner of this dive bar, where you see a very small, very slight young woman with huge bottle cap glasses, the kind that make her eyes seem huge in comparison to the rest of her face. And she has her hair up in multiple sets of buns, and she looks up at you and she sort of takes a shocked breath. It's okay, Saren. It's me, Bobby O, and I come bringing friends, as he dramatically gestures to the three of you.
I give her the finger guns.
Hello. Bobby O's told me so much about you. Please, have a seat. I have much that I would like to discuss. We must be quick.
Our mutual friend has told us much about you as well. I would like to place a bet under me for me in my race against Joss.
Yes, of course. I would be happy to enter that data for you. How much would you like to bet on yourself?
He doesn't have any creds. Come on, let's be real.
I was actually debating if I dove into the Cerberus's creds without asking.
I mean, you could not ask if you don't want to ask, but I was just about to say.
I mean, look, honestly, I, as a player, would judge you if you didn't.
I am going to put down 3 cred on myself.
Okay. Yes, you'll need to transfer that into my secure account. And should you be victorious, I see that I can lock you into 3-to-1 odds for a payout of 9 cred should you be victorious.
Perfect. Captain, I need 2 cred.
Well, we are running into a little bit of a credit problem right now, but I'll tell you what. Just because you're the greatest racer in the universe, we can definitely get you 1. How many do we have?
We have 2.
Fine. All right.
We have 2.
Well, I guess it's for a good cause. He's definitely gonna win. I've seen him race a million times. I mean, at least.
I'll obviously win, Captain, and then we will have 6 extra cred. Or 9 extra cred? 6 extra? I don't know.
It is practically free money. I can't see how it could possibly go wrong.
I mean, it couldn't, right?
You against one of the most famous racers ever, but he's definitely not as fast as you because...
Yeah, we saw you with the Grand Faraniki. That was impressive. We saw that.
Yes, I have been training in the greatest ways anyone has ever trained before.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
You're right, I should probably put down 4 cred instead.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you realize that that your leg is currently sparking? It looks heavily
Yes.
damaged.
Yes, I was in a terrible accident. As they were saying, I was training with the Grand Faraniki, things got very heated. I get it, because my leg is smoking.
If you would like, I would certainly be willing to loan out some additional creds for you if you would like to bet more than you currently have.
Oh my god.
If you're willing to go into even further debt, that is.
That doesn't seem like a problem at all.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna win, right?
It might be a good idea. We do owe...
Yes, and how much would you be willing to loan?
hold on 1 second, man. I need to speak to my compatriot here.
Captain?
Cypher, you remember that conversation you overheard me having with myself that one night?
Yes, when you are crying?
Flashes back to, oh god, I can't believe I did it! I went 4 credits into debt in one night? I mean, it was some really good sushi, and I mean, the gin. That was the best gin I've ever had. But, oh.
It was just sushi and gin.
Well, you see, we need 4 credits, Cypher, to pay off my debt.
So we should bet more.
Yeah, I think Cypher's got the right idea. I mean, this is a slam dunk. We couldn't possibly lose this money.
Captain, I am the greatest pilot in the galaxy. You have seen it. I mean, we should honestly figure out how much money we could get the ship for, put it up for you know, a few extra cred.
No, well, I'm not willing to do that, because that ship is my baby.
I think that's a good idea.
I will not lose. I do not lose, Captain. I am Cypher. You put money on me. The only time I ever lose money gambling is when it's not on myself.
Well, let me tell you, I understand, but I wouldn't bet my wife, and I won't bet my ship. However, you should borrow a bunch of credits, because we need them.
Would like to borrow 10 cred.
What the fuck? No.
Bet them on myself.
we can't. I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Oh my. Well, let's see what happens. We might just be in debt for the rest of the game.
So if you want to go into debt, there's rules for this. It's called getting juiced. Getting cred beyond what's in your hold requires finding a lender, which Saren here is offering to do for you. This is an acquire asset action where the result of the roll determines the maximum amount you can scrounge up. So let's get a roll to see how much Saren is willing to loan you. You're gonna roll your crew quality, which is 0, so you'll roll twice and take the lower result.
You rolled a 6 and a 1 there.
You can borrow up to 2 cred.
Yo, that's plenty.
Okay, fine.
That's a win, guys.
So I'm betting 5 cred on myself.
Okay, very good. That will you lock in at a 3-to-1 odds. You take 2 cred, which means your debt increases by 2. And I will start another clock here. This is going to be another 8-segment clock. Debt to Saren Gallia.
How many of these do you think we could get?
Right?
You also have your debt to Sylvester.
How many do you think me and Zach can get before Dom gets in debt?
Hey, debt is crew
Oh my
level,
God.
man. This is, you're all in debt here.
Oh yeah, no, that's the beautiful part about it, right?
Well, what I guess he meant is how many do you think we can accrue before he accrues any negative consequences for the crew at all?
Be careful who you hang out with, kids. They might just get you in debt for the rest of your life.
My character's vice is gambling. I didn't expect you guys to be so supportive of my vice.
Well, my vice got me into severe debt, and so I need to rely on your vice to get us out of it.
My vice just cleared my stresses and helped me see the bigger picture.
And apparently, you just hang out with the wrong people.
Are they the wrong people? Or am I the wrong people? Think about it.
That's what I keep saying.
Saren like closes her laptop and she's like, you can see that she's like a very just nervous looking person. Like she's just rapidly tapping her fingers on the bar table and says, now that the bet has been placed, I believe we should talk business, other business rather. I understand that the four of you, looking at the three of you and Bobby O, are interested in the Wave Riders hangar. Is that correct?
You got it, babe.
She recoils when you say that, Crash.
Crash got game, dude.
He winks, obviously, when he says it.
Yes, I do, in fact, know the coordinates of their hangar, and I am willing to share that with you on the condition that I get a portion of whatever you take from there.
A portion, you say?
Yes, it is only fair. I will not ask for more than it is necessary. More than would be fair. There are 5 of us in this venture. I would like 1/5 of the value of whatever you find.
1/5. Crash starts counting on his fingers like he's trying to do math in his head. And he's just looking at both Bobby and Cypher, waiting for one of them to...
Cypher gives him a thumbs up.
Alright, that sounds like a reasonable offer.
She nods, very good, takes out like a data pad and begins rapidly tapping it, bringing up a like 3-dimensional map of the city. And coordinating with Bobby O and your specifications, and she like points at this highlighted path that is like a complex, you know, figure 8 within figure 8 within figure 8, crisscrossing, applesaucing all over the city. This is the racetrack, so to speak. It is not a track. It is through the city highways and airways that will be heavily trafficked. This is the route that Choss has agreed upon for your race to determine the greatest racer in the galaxy. I'm sorry, greatest pilot in the galaxy.
Crash's jaw just drops. He's just like, well, I guess I'm not participating in this race.
And she like zooms in on the map to show like a little flashing beacon that is actually subterranean. And another like dotted line sort of forms from that and goes through the 3D map, showing a route. And here is the hangar. It is underground, underneath the city. It is where the Echo Wave Riders stash most of their equipment and their vehicles that are not in use at the moment, and that is where you will want to go. This route shows the most direct way to go there. And if you look here and you watch as the dotted line rises up and meets at the one of the points of the race route, here is where I would suggest you venture from the race into the heist, following this route here.
So where are we diverting from the race into the heist?
Well, that would be the most sensible thing. Obviously, we'll have Cypher, I would assume.
Distracting everyone with the beauty of my rising skills.
And we'll peel off and do the deed. And maybe we can even meet back up with him. I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. It is a really crazy race, though.
Pretty wacky race.
We have communicators.
Yeah. We'll hopefully hopefully we'll be able to rush through quickly, gather our stuff, and meet him at the last double helix, triple barrel roll thing that he
That's
has
actually
to do
a
over there.
triple helix and into a quadruple barrel right there.
I don't know. It looks the same to me. I can't.
No, a double helix, you would crash right into that building right there.
It would certainly be bad for his brand as the greatest racer in the universe, which is obviously what we're going to have to call this guy after he wins.
Galaxy.
Galaxy, you're right. My apologies, you haven't earned that universe title yet.
Working on it.
I suppose you gotta get Galaxy first, am I right?
It's not as fun when I don't hear you say trademark afterwards. I miss it.
Well, I think that our next course of action would, of course, be to... Wait, do we have a date for the race?
Wow, I didn't know we had to have dates for the race.
Well, obviously it has to happen at a particular agreed-upon time or place. I mean, they're not just gonna stumble upon each other.
Yeah, but like, it just seems a little forward, you know?
Oh, I slapped Gorpheus on the back. Well, yes, we have to be forward with this one.
Oh, okay. All right, Captain.
And so I would like to cut away from here into the day of the race, an indeterminate amount of time later, such that when we're in the midst of the job, you can feel free to take flashbacks and whatnot.
Sounds good.
Yes.
And what kind of job do you think this is gonna be? That's obviously the first real thing to determine when we're talking about jobs.
I mean, I suppose it's a heist, huh? We're definitely not being bounty hunters today, if that's your question. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you certainly are not.
Yeah, this time we're not bounty hunting. But that's fine. We'll survive.
Assault, deception, infiltration, mystic, social, and transport. So infiltration seems like it could be it.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, I'm gonna be real here. The only thing I can even I know that we would like to push it another way, but to me, I'm looking at the job and I'm just saying that job's a deception job.
It is a deception job, but you know what else it is? It's a transport job. I'm happy to go with transport.
I agree.
Look, I mean, I'm fine. I can be persuaded, or I'll go with anything if you guys think that we can do that way. It's just the way I see it, though, is, you know, we're literally tricking this guy via a race and stealing all his shit.
Mike, what are your thoughts hearing our discussion? Would you like to weigh in?
My thoughts are, whatever you guys choose is going to affect, like, basically how the job begins. So, like, what the starting point is. So I'm happy to go either way, like, regardless of whatever, you know, whatever you guys want to do.
Well, I guess let me put it like this then. What do you guys think would be more fun? To focus on the idea of the heist as tricking him and deceiving him with the race and getting away with it? Or are we more interested in the actual, like, transportation of goods in this particular thing?
I mean, I'm interested in the race.
I mean, the race is why we're here, right?
But, like, that's not why you guys are necessarily here. Like, as players, you know, like as players, it is why you guys are here, because it's an awesome idea. But, like, I feel like I'm going to get cool roles to figure out whatever this race shit is. And you guys, what do you guys want to be focused on doing when we split back?
Well, our characters will separately be focused on infiltrating the place, taking a bunch of the stuff, and getting out of there unseen, right?
Yeah, I would say infiltration seems good. Let's do an infiltration roll. You guys trying to get in is kind of where we start. Can you guys get in and like while I distract enough?
Yeah, it's get in, get out. It's get in, get out.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. We'll call this an infiltration. So we cut to the morning of the race. The streets and highways and skyways of the planet Nightfall are filled with a crowd that has gathered together to watch this race that seemingly came out of nowhere, but suddenly you couldn't go on the Nexus link without being spammed by advertisements for the race of the millennia to determine the greatest pilot in the galaxy, TM, not Crash, Cypher versus Choss. And there's like a poster of the two of them like staring intently. And Cypher, you with your legs still sparking with
Crash
electricity.
looks longingly at the poster, wishing he was on it.
Cypher, with your legs still sparking with that electricity. Choss, your rival, steps onto the scene. A ruggedly good-looking human man, platinum hair, the bluest eyes, a jaw that could cut diamonds, wearing just like the snuggest one-piece racing suit. He steps out onto the scene and he's waving to the crowd that are chanting, "Choss, Choss, Choss, Choss," and as he moseys on over to his speeder bike, which is a considerably better quality make and just style than yours is, Cypher. He looks at you with a smug smirk. "Well, hello, Cypher. It's so good to see you again."
Hello there, Choss. I see you have the newest bike. Scared?
I always have the newest bike. I can afford them.
Scared that you would lose if you didn't have it? This race is about the racer, not the bike. Choss.
Yes, and the people know, Cypher, that the only good racers in the galaxy are humans. As he puts on his helmet, revs up his hover bike as you do the same. And we are going to need a engagement roll to see where we are at to start this job, the race of Cypher versus Choss, as Gorpheus, Crash, and Bobby O try to infiltrate the Echo Wave Riders hangar. How are you guys feeling?
I'm freaking ready. Let's go.
This is what we live for.
You are going to start with one die. Is this operation particularly bold? I would say yes. Does this plan detail a vulnerability, or are they particularly strong against this approach? I don't think either of those are the case. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight? They already have. That is +1 die. But are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? Yes, -1 dice, as you see Echo Wave Riders filling the crowd. here to support their friend Choss. Which means that you are going to have... How many yeses did I say?
Said 2. Well, you said 3 minus 1. It's 2 dice.
3 minus 1. 2 dice. Who wants to roll them?
I think it's only reasonable that the racer rolls them.
Yeah, it's got to be Cypher.
Alrighty. That's a 6.
That is a 6, which means this infiltration job will start off with a good result as the red light, yellow light, green light of the race kick into gear.
I started on 2 and got the speed boost.
Exactly. And you and Choss pull off at the exact same time. You're neck and neck into the first of many turns of this perilous race, and we will pick up from there next episode.
Now this is pod racing.
Shut up. Just, why did you say that?
Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Niddle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.